that is differential equations. Now we are about to start, and there is dealing with here in addition to this PPT, our PPTC here. This is the topic here. I'm telling the plan for this 2-hour session. So we have already talked about the derivatives and its order during our earlier session, and we talked about derivatives and partial derivatives in detail. The associated notions I have explained clearly. Further, yeah, right. Further, see, there are now we talk about, we have already talked that there is we discussed about there are two types of differential equations. One is ordinary and the partial. Most of the questions come from ordinary differential equations, so we focus more on that one. So any differential equation involving ordinary derivatives is called an ordinary differential equation, and an equation involving partial order derivatives, here I already told about partial order derivatives, that is called a partial differential equation. And in both cases we can talk about its order and degree. That is, you can talk about order and degree of ordinary as well as the partial differential equations, I mean. And then we can talk about linear and non-linear ordinary and partial differential equations. That is what we have seen some examples during our earlier session, previous session. And then see, when it comes to ordinary differential equations, this is our idea, in fact, how we deal with the first order I am talking about. So the general form is dy dx is equal to f of xy. So this is the first order differential equation. We have y as the dependent variable and x as independent variable. Then we have the order C. I look at separable equations we talk about, then homogeneous equations we have talked about, and then a non-homogeneous equation reducible to homogeneous form, then linear Leibniz linear equation, Bernoulli's equation, that is a non-linear equation which can be reduced to linear form, and then exact differential equations. If it is not an exact, then how to deal with a non-exactness in a differential equation, first order differential equation. That is our primary goal. So see, separable equation means simply, see, the general form here is, yeah, just a minute. Yeah. So the general form what I am talking is about, the first order differential equation is dy dx is equal to f of xy. So the right hand side, the left hand side is the first order derivative, and the right hand side is a function of x and y, and the right hand side is free from derivatives. That is what we mean by. So when it comes to, we see, enter our discussion is based on this f of xy. So we have f of xy when it is like, see, what it here we mean is So when our f of xy is, say for example, g of x by h of y, g of x by h of y. So it is like this. If you are able to see, then what happens to our differential equation? The differential equation is like this. So dy dx is equal to, then it becomes, so we have dy dx is equal to, we have zx by h of y. That is, so once this is like this, then we can write this as, see, a separable equation. I mean, here a separable equation. I mean, h of y dy is equal to z of x dx. You can write like this, and thereupon we can integrate both sides here. So we can integrate both sides here. So here you have h of y dy is equal to integral zx dx. So the left hand side is free from the instances of x, and the right hand side is free from the instances of y. So one can apply what I mean to see, in order to evaluate both left and right hand sides. What I mean to say is that we can make use of these integration formulae as well as the differentiation formulae, because in order to evaluate such these type of integrals, I mean, see, this one or this one, how it can be done? There are only two fundamental techniques that are useful to evaluate single integrals. These are called single integrals. One is the change of variable idea, and the other is integration by parts. And so these two things we are widely used techniques to evaluate integrals. And so in order to use those techniques, I have these two tables are in fact used. A quick reference for all these rules I have given in these slides. Then see, when it comes to the other one, see, when we talked about here, this you can see f of x y is z of y by x. So here a homogeneous equation. This is called homogeneous equation. So f of tx, I mean, see, right hand side, left hand side is f of xy. So when it is, when can we interpret that f of xy as g of yx y by x? That is the question here. So when, see, you have, see, what we are saying is that if f of x comma y is z, if you are able to interpret that as a function of y by x. For example, see, we have f of x comma y. I will give a candidate for this one. You have, say, x plus y. This cannot be interpreted as z of y by x, z of y by x. You cannot write like that. But whereas if you take another example here, say this is f1. I am giving another function here. Say it is x minus y by x plus y. This can be written, this can be viewed as a function of y by x. How can we view this one? This can be viewed as, you just take common term here as x. So 1 minus y by x will come here, and in the denominator again x will come, 1 plus y by x will come, and these two things will get cancelled, and as a consequence we are getting this as 1 by y by x by 1 plus y by x. So you are able to see this as a function of y by x. See here, when I write like this, what is the meaning of, say, if I ask you what is z of z? C of z of z. So z of z is nothing but 1 minus z by 1 plus z. That is the meaning here. So if I ask you what is z of, say, w, z of w, then z of w, you can, it is a one variable function, what I mean to say. So it is like this. So this is the second case we are discussing about, the second case. So this, I mean, the second case, just to give an a view here. See here. So we are talking about the second case. So this is our first case. Where is our first case? Our first case is here. Okay. Then we have the second case here. So first case means, see here, this is important thing. Then the second case means, this is the second case. So we are talking about all this. What we mean by this, I told. So this is the second case. This is talks about homogeneous equation. This is what this gives the idea for homogeneous equation. So yeah, see here. Just a little slow. Just a minute. What happened here? Okay, so this is what I mean by, you have to see this. Just a minute. Oh, yeah, right. So we have this g of y by x. So for that, I have given here. Yeah, right. This is the idea. So then we have y is equal to v of x. That is the change of variable I am talking about. Y is equal to, in this case, what we do is that if this is the case, we say because we are talking about y by x. Okay, so we say v is equal to y by x. I wrote z at the top. See, z of z, z of w. I'm talking about so in place of z, you can also talk about v. So here, what happens is that, so a quick view, in fact. So y is equal to vx will come here. When it is y is equal to vx, this idea is called changing of variable. So what is happening here is that you have dy dx is equal to v product rule plus x into dv by dx. We replace dy dx plus v dy dx by v plus x dv dx. That's what I'm saying here. So that is what here a separable equation. It becomes a separable equation if you substitute that there. So ultimately, if it is a homogeneous equation, we can always reduce that into a separable equation. That is what we have told. We have to go for the problem solving session, then you can understand these ideas. So the other one is that there are some ODEs that are reducible to homogeneous equations. So see, look at the left hand side. This slide has two parts. One is dy dx is a1x plus b1y plus c1 by a2x plus b2y plus c2 is there. So in such a case, see, in both cases, see, there are two cases here, sub cases. So one thing is that you look there, a1 by a2 below the implication rule of this slide, there is something a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to r. So see here, yeah, there is so if it is exact, there is no issue. You can reduce it, that can be reducible to a separable equation. So in order to deal with separable equations, we have the charts there. I have already mentioned that. Now we are talking about an f of xy here. We are talking about an f of xy here. It is like this: a1 x plus b1 y plus c1 by a2x plus b2y plus c2. This is the equation. So actually the differential equation is dy by dx is equal to f of xy is equal to f of xy. This is our differential equation. This is our differential equation. So our f of xy is now here. Our f of xy is now here. So in this case, what happens is that there are two cases we need to discuss. One is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. This is one case. This is one case. Okay. And there is another case, that is a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. This is another case. If this is the case, we have a common ratio r. So we have two cases here. We have two cases here. So for the first case, what I mean to say is that for this case, see what is the thing we are saying in the you simply put v is equal to a2x plus b2y. A2x plus b2y is in the denominator, left hand side part of this slide. So that yields a separable equation I told, and easily you can solve it. And the other case, if a1 by a2 is not equal to the right hand part of this slide, b1 by b2, that is the case in fact. So for that one, you you need to substitute capital X as small x plus h, that is the changing of variables I told there, and y is equal to y plus k. How these can be obtained again below the implication, I see there a1h plus b1k plus c1 is equal to 0, a2h plus b2k plus c2 is equal to 0 is there. So you need to solve for h and k, because a1 by a2 and b1 by b2. See what I'm saying is that if for this case, you need to solve, we need to solve a1h plus b1k is equal to minus c1, a2h plus b2k is equal to minus c2. You look at this. We need to solve for h and k, and we have done linear algebra now in the previous classes. For this, what is the determinant here? The determinant of the quotient matrix, I mean, quotient matrix here is you have a1, b1, a2, b2. This is your quotient matrix. In matrix form, the equations appear as this. So if the determinant of this quotient matrix is non-zero, what is determinant here? a1 b2 minus a2 b1 is not equal to 0. Definitely this has unique solution. That is what it says according to linear algebra. So hk is nothing but, in this case hk is nothing but, how can we get hk here? Hk, sorry. So hk can easily be obtained as a1 b1 a2 b2 inverse into minus c1 minus c2. See, we have discussed this previously, so you can easily obtain these things. Okay, obtain h and k. That is what I am saying here. So that is one thing, right? So you can obtain that, and thereupon you can write x is equal to x plus h and y is equal to y plus k. So if once we obtain this one, then we are making a substitution. X is equal to x plus h, y is equal to y plus k. So what, from this one, what can we get? Dx is equal to small dx, and dy is equal to d capital Y is equal to small dy. Once we observe this one, we can easily say that dy by dx is nothing but d small y by dx. So our equation then becomes, where is our equation? Our equation is actually our equation is dy dx is, of course you have f of xy, this can be easily converted into capital X, capital Y form. So this is replaced by capital dy dx, and this x is in fact capital X minus h, and this y is capital Y minus k. That is what, and we can get a separable equation. That is what we are saying here. So a separable equation will come, right? I mean a homogeneous equation, not a separable equation. You have dy dx is equal to a1x plus b1y by a2x plus b2y. That is a homogeneous equation. That can further be reduced into a separable equation. Now Leibniz equation, this is linear equation. Dy dx is equal to px into y plus qx. You just remember the idea of integrating factor, that is important. So just if you multiply that, then it can be obtained as a differential. Okay, so y e power integral p dx is integral qx into e power integral px dx. That is standard formula. One need to remember this one, because in the GATE examination they will give a differential equation. Once they may ask for integrating factors. Once you realize an equation as a Leibniz linear equation, directly we can say that the integrating factor is e power integral p dx. That is what it says. So this is a useful formula. Then Bernoulli's equation is there. This is non-linear one. So it appears as dy dx plus p of xy into y is equal to q of x into y power n. So see here, we have dy dx is equal to dy dx plus p of x into y is equal to q of x. This is linear equation. But if you have dy dx plus p of x into y is equal to q of x into y power n. See here, but how we can distinguish between a linear equation and a non-linear equation? If you see here, this is one term, this is another term, this is third term. In this term you have only one instance of y, which is appearing as a first order derivative of y with respect to x. In the second one, this is, you have only one instance. This is a product, in fact, p of x into y. P of x, there is no instance of y, so you have y only. The other factor is y, so it is only one and only once appearing. In this one, there is no y. So for an equation to be qualified to be called as a linear equation, in every term, a term is a product here. So you have at most one instance of y. It can be either as y or some order derivative of y. So the first one is a linear equation. While when it comes to the second one, you have one instance of y here, you have one instance of y here. On the other hand, you have y power n is there. This is y into y n times. So instances are more than one. That is why it is a non-linear equation. So to deal with this non-linear equation, one can reduce that into Leibniz form. So z is equal to y power 1 minus n. See there, I told n is not equal to 1. N is not equal to 1, I told. So then it is clearly n can be 2, 3, 4 like that. And so it can be reduced to a linear, a separable equation as follows. Okay, that is one of we need to remember this. If you find once an equation as in Bernoulli's form, then you can remember always z is equal to y power 1 minus n and then proceed. That's all. Okay, so this is the Bernoulli's equation. Now exact differential equations. So when it comes to exact differential equations, we have First, we are giving the idea of what is an exact differential. See, an exact differential here I mean, an exact differential here I mean, so we have, say, yeah, right, something like you have see here. Yeah. So I'm talking about there is a function of two variables. This is nothing but dou f by dou x into dx. This is called chain rule, something like that. Dou f by dou y into dy. Yeah, this is actually called as a chain rule. So this is called, see, this right hand side is the differential, it is called the differential of f of xy. Where is the differential here? The differential is here. This is called differential of f of xy. How can we compute that? We can compute that by using this formula. By using this formula, we can compute that by using this formula. So now see what is happening. So if we go for now an equation now, if it appears like this, see, something like d by dx minus m of xy by n of xy. See here, this is actually our f of xy. We are talking about the first order equations since long during this session. So this is in fact our f of xy. dy dx is equal to f of xy, we are always saying. So if you are able to write that in a rational form, that is, you have, see, certain things you cannot write as m of xy by n of xy. For example, if your f of xy is something like this, see here, uh, if this is sin x plus y, you cannot write that as, sorry, sin x plus y. If you have this, you cannot write. You cannot write that as m of xy by n of xy. On the other hand, if you have this f of xy, if we have this f of xy as tan x plus y, then you can write this as sin x plus y by cos x plus y. So something like this, what I mean to say. Not every function can be written as a rational function. That is what I am saying. Rational function means p by q form or m by n form. So suppose if we are able to write f of xy as a rational function, that is m of xy by n of xy minus, say, see, once we write like this, then how? By cross multiplication yields, what is that? The cross multiplication yields m dx. Instead of writing m of xy, I am writing simply m plus n dy is equal to 0. We are talking about this one. Then if we are able to find and see something like m is realized, this m is realized as dou f by dou x, and this n is realized as dou f by dou y, then this whole object, the left hand side, is dou f by dou x plus dou f by dou y dy is equal to 0. So it is nothing but d of xy, f of xy is 0. So once it is d of f of xy is 0, then what happens here? Derivative of something is 0 means you can have f of xy is equal to constant. That as a solution. So in order to look for the existence of such f, there is a condition here. What it says, the condition here for exactness is the condition for dou m by dou y is equal to dou n by dou x. That is what it says. So see, if m is equal to dou f by dou x, dou m by dou y becomes dou square f by dou x dou y. And similarly, dou n by dou x becomes dou square f by dou x dou y. So they are equal anyway. So that is what they are saying. So in short, sometimes we write this idea in short as m, see here, subscript y, dou m by dou y is equal to n subscript x. That is the condition for exactness. That is the condition for exactness. So that is the condition for exactness. And then how, if it is exact, then it is a simple idea here how to get the solution. The solution can be obtained. He says the solution is, you simply write the solution is, you write just integral m dx plus integral n dy is equal to some constant c. While taking this one, because this involves both x and y, treat y as constant while integrating. Treat y as constant. That is what we say. While here this n, you please don't take whole n, but consider those terms of n. Consider those terms of n. Here I clearly mentioned. Consider those terms of n that do not contain x. That do not contain x. So in this one, don't take completely. So only that integrand. This integrand should consist of those terms. Term means product. Terms which are free from x. Which are free from x. Which are free from x. That is what. So for example, which are free from x, that we need to understand here. So suppose if we have our n of xy, if we have our n of xy as say x plus say x cube sine y. So this term you need not take, because this is sum of two terms. You need to take only the only x, that involves only x. We need not take. That is what, while integrating, we need to take that do not contain. Sorry, that do not contain x means you should not take this also. But if you have a third term like cos y, then you need to take only this term. So you should not take this. You should not take this, because both the terms involve x. That is the integrand here. So you need to take care of one, need to take care of this one. Yeah, that is what I told in this slide. So exact differential equation and how to write the solution for that one, I explained here. Then see, dealing with non-exactness. Dealing with non-exactness. Non-exactness means what? We have m dx plus n dy is equal to 0 is there. That is the equation to be qualified, to be tested for exactness. Other equations you cannot test. Okay. So if my, suppose my is equal to nx, then there is no issue at all. It is an exact equation. You can in fact obtain the solution by making use of the last line there. But if that they are not equal, m subscript y means dou m by dou y is not equal to dou n by dou x. Then see, here we are bringing the idea of integrating factor. So f of xy into m dx plus n dy is equal to 0 is exact. That's what it says. And so that in such a case, it is called f of x is called an integrating factor. Okay, integrating factor. There should some correction. Integrating factor, that is. So and now see, there are in fact here 5 cases. There are 5 cases. One is 1 by n into m into y. Here when I am saying my, when I am saying my, see, we have an equation here. We have an equation here, m dx plus, we have an equation here, m dx plus n dy. We have an equation m dx plus n dy is equal to 0. M dx plus n dy is equal to 0. Now see what is happening. My is not equal to nx. See, I am writing subscript here. What is the meaning of this? That is, dou m by dou y is not equal to dou n by dou x. Dou m by dou y is not equal to dou n by dou x. In such a case, this is not an exact equation. So what we do here, we go for 5 cases. Okay, there are 5 cases. That is what this slide says. First one is that my minus nx by n, my minus nx by, so you have my. See, here I am writing m into y, not dou m by dou y here, minus n into x. So, see that this is not so whole by n. That is what we are saying here. My by my minus nx by n. This is, see here, this is only a function of x. If this is some function of, say, x, then our integrating factor is e power integral f1x dx. That is what we are saying. We need to test here f1x dx. Suppose you may not find f of 1 by n into my minus nx as a function of x. Then you need to look for 1 by m into nx minus my is a function of y. You have to check that. This is something like a conditional algorithm, control statements, an algorithm involving control statements. So in such a case, the integrating factor is e power integral gy dy. And similarly, you have see sometimes your m is appearing as y into f1 of xy and n is appearing as x into f2 of xy. In such a case, the integrating factors are given here. See all the 5 cases here. M dx plus ny is 0 is homogeneous equation. Homogeneous means we discussed at the in the beginning. So in such a case, 1 by my minus my, mx plus ny is the integrating factor. And similarly, there is a 5th case that we will see while doing problems. So there are 5 cases here. You need to take care of these 5 cases. Then see, you come over to here. There is one more important thing is there. That is this. Integrating factors by inspection, that is grouping of terms. Grouping of terms. So this grouping of terms, we mean, this grouping of terms. So I have given some guidelines here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As and when required, we have to see something like, see, you have x dx plus y dy by x square plus y square. If you find such term, then immediately you can write as half log x square plus y square. And similarly, x dy plus y dx by xy is d log xy. See, this is very easy, in fact, how to look at these things. See, for example, you look at the second rule, x dy by y dx. Suppose if you have only x dy plus Grouping of terms means what I am telling. So this can be written as dxy. Why? Because how you write dxy? F of xy is here I told. See, total differential means. Yeah, here. So total differential means here I wrote yes. Dou f by dou x dx plus dou f by dou y dy is called total derivative. So here what is happening if you look at this one x dy. So if you our f xy our f of xy here is you can take this as our f of xy. This as f of xy. Then what is in this case? Then in this case, what is what is what is dou f by dou x? That is y clearly. And what is dou f by dou y? This is clearly x. So dou f by dou x into dx. We are talking about dou f by dou x into dx. So dou f by dou x into dx plus dou f by dou y into dy. This is coming as y dx plus x dy. So our f of xy, this is df in fact. So f becomes d of xy. UV rule you can apply. DUV is dou u dou x, dou u dou, I mean you can say dou u dou x, dou u is xy here, dou u dou x into dx plus dou u dou y into dy. That's what. So that is what we call by what I mean to say is that grouping. Grouping. You are here where we are doing that grouping. That grouping we are doing here. We are doing here. See, these terms are grouped as like this. This is called grouping. So we are doing like that. The grouping. Some hints. I think if you remember these six, it is enough. Okay, these six, if it is, these are the standard ones that may come in our some of the gate questions may involve these things. Okay, so that is why I have given this one. This slide is the 14th one. Once you take this, then this first order ODE will be over. So this 13th slide, after that one I want to place that one. So first order ODE will be there. The concept for first order ODE consists of 14 slides. That 14th slide is, I have shared this one. The title of this one is this is there in your classroom. So that is the title of that one is dealing with non-exactness by grouping of terms. This is the one I am talking about. Okay, that is the title of the document I have shared in the Google Drive. Then this is all about the first order. Okay.
Sir, where is Google Drive, sir?
Pardon? Hello? Hello? Are you able to hear me? Surya Prakash? Hello? You have a question. Can you please? I'm not able to. Hello? Are you able to hear? There is some. Hello?
Hello, sir. No, sorry, sir. Network problem. Where
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that
Tell
Google
me.
Drive? Where is that Google
Okay.
Drive, sir?
Oh, you are asking about Google Drive.
Yeah.
See, have you entered into the Google Classroom first thing?
Yes, sir.
Then see, once you enter into the Google Classroom, see, we have a drive in that one. I don't know how your dashboard looks like. For me, the dashboard from my end, the dashboard looks like this.
Even my
Oh,
it's same for us.
then in that one, see, please classwork. Are you looking at the drive from mobile or laptop? You tell me first.
Mobile, sir.
If it is mobile, then you go here. In this one, there is a folder, or you can look into your drive also. Your personal drive will be there. No, in that one, see classroom. This will be shared. Classroom means for me, because I am dealing with more than one class. So if I look at that AICTE, see Prarana, that is what I have given. See, that is the drive. Everything will be there here. Please check that one. How your
Okay, sir.
dashboard looks like, I don't know in the mobile.
Okay, sir. I'll check once. Wait.
You please see, everything is there. Okay, fine. So where is that? Just a minute. Yeah. So yeah, I'm talking about the 14th one. This I want to include in the PPT that comes the full coverage of the ODE. All formulas are enlisted. That is, I'm not saying that exact formulas are also there in this one, but this strategy. See, for handling these type of exams, you require a strategy, because we are expected to know something. We have already we knew about this one. Just a quick recall we are doing. So how to deal with these things I have presented here. Okay, now we go for the problem session. So in this one, I have not talked about the applications, that is orthogonal trajectories. I have not included because very less number of problems are coming into in the gate questions. That is why for now I kept aside that the idea of orthogonal trajectories. Now, if you go to the drive, see problems for practice on ODE. See, in this drive, you have see how many latest the uploads are here. Engineering mathematics by algebra and matrices, that is a PPT. This is the third one, is the current PPT, that is about ODE, differential equations. The second one, it is about linear algebra question bank. This we have already discussed. You need to practice that. Then when it comes to 4, 5, the last 7, this linear algebra 4th edition is that is Sham series, a book I shared with you. You need not go into that one, just go to the problems, it is enough. They are very simple ones. So now see, dealing with the non-exactness, I have already told about grouping of terms. Then higher order ODE with constant coefficients. This is the document. Okay, I need not open the drive. I have already, yes. So this is also I have shared. See some short, what is an, I mean, complementary function and particular integral will come here. So about those things, the details, quick recall for that one, I have shared here. This one we will discuss tomorrow only, because we see some problems on first order I want to focus. Just what is there in the drive, I'm sharing with you. Okay, I'm sharing with you, and that you need to see. If you see just that one and then come to the class, it is good, in fact. Okay, wait just a minute. Where is this Microbot PDF? I think this is the one. How to go? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So dealing with non-exactness, higher order ODE with constant coefficients, just now I opened, and problems for practice on ODE, that I am opening now. Problems for practice on ODE, that I am opening. See, this document has one, whatever is required, I have shared with you some questions which I have, 2, 3, and the answers. This is all about first order ODE, please. How many questions are there for practice? Almost 20, 22, 23 questions are there. Then the second order ODE for this one, I think this I will again upload the second page. Don't worry about that. And not all questions, some of them are good questions, some good questions, almost 24. So we have 50 questions on first order and second order put together. Okay. So these things we can just try now. So yeah, see here, for the differential equation f of xy dy dx plus gxy is equal to 0 to be exact. What are the conditions? See here, it's a direct formula. Okay, just let me write here. What did they give? They right, f of xy dy dx plus, right. So we have f of xy dy dx plus something is given here. Z of xy is equal to 0. Z of xy is equal to 0. This is what they have given. See, now this gets transformed to, okay, you just simply multiply like LCM. So I'm not writing f of xy, simply I'm writing f dy plus z dx is equal to 0. So in our formula, which I have shared in the PPT, in place of, see, very easy, mdx plus ndy. So simply zdx plus fdy is equal to 0. mdx plus ndy. So what is the condition for exactness? mdx plus ndy. So use for this, you write zy, because x is there here, you write zy. Z subscript means dou g by dou y is equal to, here y is there reverse, that is fx, that is dou z by dou y is equal to dou f by dou x. That is the condition. See here, I think it will be right. Dou z by dou y. Where is that? Yeah, second answer is the dou f by dou y. Dou z by dou y is equal to dou f by dou x. Dou f by dou x. Dou z by dou y is equal to dou f by, something went wrong. What is this? F dy plus z dx. Is it right? F dy plus z dx, m dx plus n dy. My. Okay. Just a minute. What did I tell here? What did I tell here? So our equation, we are here. M dx plus n dy. My is equal to nx. Right. My is equal to nx. My is equal to nx means here my, that's what dou g by dou y is equal to dou f by dou x. There may be an error here. Dou z by dou, that option is not there. Why? Think that here is the second one, there is an error, I think. So dou g by dou y is equal to dou f by dou x is the correct answer. Probably in this one, he might have given B as the answer. Let me see. A he has given. What is this? Yeah, sorry. Just a minute. Dou f by dou x. Right, right. Sorry. So there is must be a correction here. Just a minute. Might be some small problem here. Just a minute. Dou m by dou y is equal to, yeah, that's what I always see. Dou m by dou y. So there is some error in the document only. That this document has some error. So what I have written in the in this blackboard is correct. Okay. Dou g by dou y is dou f by dou x is the correct answer. No doubt about it. And that is what we have mentioned in the PPT also. Right. My is equal to nx. Right. Okay. Right. Now we go to the second question. Second question is, if c is constant, solution of the differential equation dy dx, c is a constant, dy dx is equal to 1 plus y square is, then how you will do this one? Don't try to solve it. There are two ways you can solve that one. See, this is actually this equation. If you want to solve in the slides, in which thing it will fall? It will fall in this case. In this case, which one? Yeah, this is the Bernoulli's equation. Dy dx plus px into y is equal to qx into y power n. Okay. So what he has given here is, yeah, right. So dy dx plus, I'll write here, dy dx is equal to 1 plus y square. You can, in fact, this is a separable equation also. This is a separable equation also. You can do this one in two ways. One is like this. Dy by 1 plus y square is equal to dx. And the tan inverse y is x plus. Okay, tan inverse y is x plus c. So tan x plus c is y. That is one way. And there is another way also. You can treat this as dy dx. We don't prefer this way. Yeah, this is a separable equation, not a Bernoulli's equation. Only one thing. Directly you can get this. Right. What I said is right. So from here onwards, you will get tan inverse y is x plus c. So tan x plus c is equal to y. That option will be there, I think. That option will be there, I think. Yeah, right. It is y is c is the correct answer. So c is the correct answer. 2c, right? So we have 2c is the correct answer, right? The third one, the solution of the differential equation dy dx plus y square is equal to 0. Again, this is a separable equation. See here, most of the time separable equations will come. So again, is here. So you have y is equal to 1 by x plus c, etc. are there. So this is a straightforward one. So we have dy dx is equal to minus y square. So that implies dy by y square is minus dx. dy by y square is minus dx. Okay, right. So we can easily integrate this. So you have y power minus 2 means y power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 is the left hand side, and you have minus x plus c. So here y is x plus c, something like this. It will come. Okay, is it right? Y power minus 2 plus 1. Right, we are right. So you have, right, y is equal to x plus c. That will be the answer. See, check that. Where is that? It is somewhere we went wrong. Dy by y square, that is right, is equal to x. Dy by y square is equal to x. Right. So dy by y square is equal to minus dx. So what is integral 1 by y square? Y power minus 2. 1 y power minus 2 means y power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. So we have, oh, sorry, y power minus 2 plus y. So here is the problem, right? Okay, implies here minus 1 by y. Yeah, right. Sorry, this is minus 1 by y because y power minus 1 is there, minus x plus c. So you can rewrite this as, uh, 1 by y is x plus k minus sign. So you have y is equal to 1 by x plus k. Y is equal to 1 by x plus k. So that is there in the answer. That is there in the answer. Yeah, x plus c is the answer. Fourth one, the solution of differential equation dy by dx plus y square is equal to 0 is, same thing repeated. Why it is same thing repeated? Oh, same thing repeated. 1 by x plus c. Fifth one is transformation to linear form by substitution. V is equal to 1 minus 1 of the equation n greater than 0 will be. Yeah, see here. This I have given in the slides. This I have given. Yeah, I think reducible to this one. Directly we got C here. So Z is equal to y power y. He is saying V is equal to y power 1 minus n. So that gives you dz by dx plus the 1 minus n into pxz is equal to 1 minus n into qz, a linear equation. See, yeah, right. So in this context, he says v is equal to y power 1 minus n. That you need to remember. That we need to remember. Yeah. V is equal to y power 1 minus n. So what it will come? He is talking about t here. Please see there. Instead of x, we have t. Instead of x, we have t. So that I have already here. I have given the PPT. Yeah. That is in place of z we have v, so dv by, in place of x they have t, so dv by dt is equal to 1 minus n into p of t, 1 minus n into p of t. In that context I am talking in the question paper. 1 minus n into p of t into v, okay, into v is equal to 1 minus n into q of t, is equal to 1 minus n into q of t. This will come. Okay, so you can see here the options. So yeah, right. That is A, option A. Fifth one is option A. Right. So see, like that, it's simple questions. You don't require any computation. Most of the questions in GATE will be like this. And see here, next is this one. Then what is y of C? C. Y of E. So how can we do this one? how can we do this one? This is clearly a linear equation. This is clearly a linear equation. Please see here. This is clearly a linear equation. How this is a linear equation? How this is a linear equation? You subtract, you divide both sides by x square. So dy dx plus dy dx plus 2 okay, 2 into y by x, I think. 2 into y by x, to the best of my knowledge, it is 2 into y by x because, yeah, right, because we are dividing by x square. Then 2 log x by x cube, 2 log x by x cube. This is the equation. So for us, if you look at that, this is a linear equation. So this 2 by x is p, and this whole object is q. So if you look at the PPT for this one, the answer is integrating factor. We need to see integrating factor. So what is the solution? Directly we can write the solution. This is directly we can write the solution. So the solution is y power integral p dx is equal to integral qe power integral p dx. This is the formula. Okay. So what is our p? Our p is 2 by x. Our p is 2 by x. So because our p is 2 by x, again, sorry. So y power integral 2 by x dx is equal to our q. Okay, our q is, yeah, our q is, just a minute, our q is, I wrote here, I think, 2 log x by x cube, 2 log x by x cube. So 2 log x by x cube, but remember here, I'll rewrite this e power 2 by x dx here. What is 2 integral 1 by x log x, that is? So 2 log x means log x square, e power x square is the left hand side of this one. So you have e power x square, okay, is equal to, you have 2 log x e power x square by x cube, I think will come. We need to see carefully, right? Fine, plus some constant c. Okay, now see what I'm saying is that, is it right? I'm sorry, here log x square, that is missing. Yeah, right. Log x square we need to put. So here log x square will come, I'm sorry. Okay, is equal to integral of 2 log x by x cube. Here again, e power log x square. Okay, e power log x square dx. So e power log x square is x square. E power log x square is x square. So we have x square y is equal to, again you have 2 will come out and log x will be there, by x cube will be here, and this multiplied by again x square dx. So log x by x will be there. Log x by x will be there. So plus some constant, don't worry about that. Plus here some constant is there. So, right. So here yx square, sometimes some problems may take some time. 2, this x will get cancelled. So log x, so 1 by x d derivative of, yeah, derivative of log x. No, what is that? Derivative of log x. So yeah, I'm sorry. Log x, derivative of log x, yeah. Derivative of log x is 1 by x. See here, x square, and here you have this x square and x cube get cancelled. You will be left with x only. So log x by x will be there. So this d of log x is 1 by x. D of log x is 1 by x. So that is why I wrote log x d log x. Log x d log x. Okay. So what will be the answer here? Yx square is equal to 2 log x whole square by 2. So this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, plus k will come. Right. So now see what happens, what he is asking. A little lengthy problem this is. So look at the problem here. Look at the problem here. So y of 1 is 0. That is what he says, and he is asking for y of e. So y of 1 is 0. For y of 1 is 0 means what? Y of 1 is 0. So if I put 1, so you have here left hand side, y of 1 is 0. So 0, 1 square. 0 into 1 square log 1. Okay, this always is base is e here, k. So log 1 is 0. So k is 0. Log 1 is anyway 0. So k is 0. You are getting k as 0. So now he wants what is y of e. Y of e. So in order to find y of e, see, I don't know what is y, but e square is there. X is e square. So log, in place of x you have e whole square. Anyway, k is 0. So log e square, log e to the base e is 1. So 1 square is 1. So you are getting y into e square as 1. So y is equal to e power minus 2. Y is equal to e power minus 2. Yeah, 1 by e square. 1 by d is the answer. For the sixth question, D is the answer. For sixth question, D is the answer, right? Sometimes we need to do it. Some questions may take a little time. So seventh question now. The solution of differential equation. The solution of differential equation dy dx plus 2xy is equal to e power minus x square with v is equal to 0 is. Okay. Yeah. So can anyone try this? See here, there is an elimination process here. Please remember. Okay. Without doing also, sometimes we can get the answer. Because the right hand side e power minus x square is there, we can the possible answer is okay. Yeah, the possible answer involves e power minus x square. That is what I am saying. So you have B and D. You have among B and D, you need to choose the correct answer. Don't go for solving it. Okay. See, without solving how to get, now I am explaining. This is another strategy. Okay, this is another strategy. What is our equation there? Our y of 1 is, y of 0 is 1. Y of 0 is 1 means y of 0 is, so you are left with B and D. You have to eliminate one thing here. You have to eliminate, one has to eliminate one thing here. Fine. So if I take, okay, uh, 1 plus x into e power minus x square. 1 plus x into e power minus x square. So y is 1 plus x into e power minus x square. What is dy dx I am calculating? Dy dx is UV rule. So you have 1 plus x, derivative of e power minus x square. E power minus x square is, derivative is minus 2x is there, chain rule, e power minus x square. Okay, plus e power minus x square into derivative of 1 plus x. So simply e power minus x square. Fine. Now you found, we found in fact, okay, dy dx. Now we look for 2xy. Sorry, where is that? Yeah, plus 2xy we need to see. Plus 2xy. Now plus 2xy I'll see. What is 2xy? So 2xy now, 2xy, 2xy. 2xy is 2 into 1 plus x into e power minus x square. Now you have to add these two. If we add these two, if to xy, so you have another x here. Okay, if you add these two, this C, it is clear, quite clear. I think C will be the answer, I know. So it is easily coming C. So if you add these two things, this and this will get cancelled. This will get cancelled. Okay, with this term. And you are left with e power minus x square. And that is what there here. Something, my screen. Oh, batteries. Okay. E power minus x. So see, answer is B. Sometimes like this, you need to check. E power, which is the question? The question number is, 7. 7. Yeah, 7 is A, he says. 7B we are getting. Some 7B we are getting. B is correct. 7B is correct. Yeah, right. Sorry. 7B is correct. B is correct. Right? So it is not A, it is B. Fine. So, eighth question. The solution of the differential equation x dot plus 2xt is equal to delta t with the initial condition x of 0 is okay. This we will see later. This we will see later. I think there is a printing mistake here. That is not delta t, that is u of t, I think. That is u of t. Right, that is u of t. If that is u of t, just a minute, let me bring my charger. Yeah, right. See, right. So for this one, I think this is x dot plus 2xt. Okay, right. Good. x dot plus 2xt. X dot plus 2x, okay, is equal to 2x is equal to 2xt means 2x is equal to u of t, u of t, okay. So this is a linear equation. This is a linear equation. So what it will be? So it is something like you have dy dx plus py is equal to q. For this one, we have the answer as y power integral p dx is equal to integral qe power integral p dx. I have given in this slide this. So right, you have this our formula, right? But in the question, in place of y we have, in place of y we have x. In place of x we have, in the question I'm saying, we have t. In place of q we have p, we have, in place of p we have 2, okay. In place of q we have u. In place of q we have u. So integral p dx, so 2 dx. So we have right. So what is y? Y is x. So we have x e power integral 2 dx is equal to integral u e power integral 2 dx, okay, dx. So what is the next? As a consequence, we are getting this as x e power, okay, 2x is equal to integral u e power 2x dx. Not dx, I'm sorry, t. In place of x we have to put t. In place of x we need to put t. Yeah, right. So we need to put t here. Right. We need to put t. So you have dt, dt. Here also t. Here also 2t here. Okay. Here also 2t here. Dt. Right. Good. So our x is now. So our x is now. Our x is now e power minus 2t integral u e power 2t dt. That will be the answer. So where is that? Yeah, e power minus 2t. Oh, there is x of 0 is also there. Sorry. So you have plus, just a minute. You have plus c, you can put. So x of 0 is 0. So x of 0 is 0 means x of 0 is 0 implies 0, e power minus 2 into 0, that is e power 0 is 1, integral, you have plus c is there here. So yeah, here it is. How can we do that? Okay, u e power 2t dt, you cannot put t as 0 there, plus c. So our c becomes, I think we cannot, unless u is given, u is unit step function. What is his means, he mean by u0? U of 0 is 0 if I take, even then also we cannot do it. So how he did that? We need to see this. What is his answer? If I put here x dash t, I think u dash t is delta t. Yeah, this is unit step function and you have delta t. There is some mismatch here. 8 is not given. Yeah, 8 is a answer. 8 is a answer. 8 answer is a, he says, e power minus 2t ut. Okay, the initial condition is, I think this question is in some mistake is there. So ninth question, which of the following is a solution of 3xt is equal to 0? This is a straightforward answer. This one we need to check, in fact. Okay, some issue is there here. So now it is dx dt is equal plus 3x is equal to 0. dx dt plus 3x is equal to 0. dx dt plus 3x is equal to 0. This is simple. So dx by dt is equal to minus 3x. Okay, separable equation directly. So this implies dx by 3x is equal to dt minus. So again this is 1 by 3 log x is equal to minus t plus k. Okay, so we have, right. So what is the answer? What he is suggesting here? Oh, there is no constant. He says constant where again this is. So what we will do is that we'll simply substitute here. X of t is 3 power minus t if I substitute 3 power minus t if I substitute here. Okay, 3 power minus t. Yeah, right. The answer is A. Direct substitution is enough here. Okay, direct substitution. X of t is 3 power minus t. When x of t is 3 power minus t, dx by dt plus 3xt. So x dot dx by dt 3 minus t. Okay, then you have 3xt. plus 3xt. 3xt is 3x is equal to 3x is equal to 3 into e power minus t. So if you add these two things, dx by dt plus 3x is equal to 0. That is what. So A is the answer here. A is the answer here. So 9 answer is A. 9 answer is B. We are getting A here. Some errors are there. Please, we need to look into that. Is telling. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, no. 3 power minus t is correct. 3 power minus t is correct. A is correct here. So 10th question. 10th question. Is it right? 9th question. X is 3 power minus t I took. Right. And dx plus dx by dt plus 3x you need to calculate. Is it right? Dx by dt plus 3xt. Yeah. Here we are getting 0. That's right. So answer is A. Answer is A. So our choice here is this is correct. This is correct. 3 power minus t. 3 power minus t. Oh, so it is A na. 3 power minus t is A. So 9th question is A. That is what did we? 9th question B is saying it is A is the correct answer. Right. 10th question. The solution of the differential equation dy dx is equal to x square y. Dy dx is equal to x square y. Next problem. Dy dx is equal to x square y. So dy dy dx is equal to x square y. Dy dx is equal to x square y. Y is equal to 1 at x is equal to 0. That is additional information. So y is equal to 1. See, what is the meaning of this? X is equal to 0. The meaning of this is y of 0 is 1. Y of 0 is 1. Okay. So this is again a straightforward answer, separable equation. So dy by y is x square dx. So we have log y is x cube by 3 plus constant. So y of 0. So log y is equal to k. Log y is equal to k. I mean y of 0 is 1. So how can we do this? Right, good. Y of 0 is 1 means he says, okay, log 1 is equal to, in place of x, you have to put 0. 0 cube by 3 plus k. But k is therefore 0. Log 1 is 0. So log y is equal to x cube by 3. Log y is equal to x cube by 3. So so y is equal to e power x cube by 3. I think log y is equal to y is equal to e power x cube by 3. D is the answer. 10th question. 10th question, D is the answer. Yeah, right. 10th question, D is the answer. 11th question. Now the 11th question. Again, this is a simple question. I don't do because this is a separable equation. Now I need not do. 12th question. 12th question. Again, he's talking about delta is t is a Dirac delta function. Yeah, right. And assuming zero initial condition and denoting the unit step function by, so I'll do the connection between Dirac delta function and unit step function. We have to tell that we'll see in the next class. Okay, 13th question. So I think probably this 12th question and the 8th question are related. We will answer them separately. Okay, tomorrow we'll see that. 13th question. Dy dx is 1 plus y square. So dy by 1 plus y square is dx. So tan inverse y is x. Tan inverse y is x. So tan inverse y is x means tan x. Y is equal to tan inverse y is x plus k. So tan x plus k is uh, tan x plus k is y. So the answer is, the possible answer is A. The possible answer is A. 13A. We have 13A, right? 13A. So see, the correct answer is, possible answer is 30. See, says k is 3. He has given a hint. And similarly, if you come to this next question, again, this is a linear equation, please. You look into linear equation means dy dx plus py is equal to q. So I will give a hint and you can try it. So here dy dx plus y by x, dy dx plus y by x, dy dx plus y by x is equal to x square, because in the right hand side I think we have x cube, x power 4. So x power 4 means x cube, right? So what is p here? Here p is 1 by x, q is x cube, right? Q is x cube. So the integrating factor is e power integral p dx. So that is e power integral 1 by x dx. So it is x. Integrating factor is x. What is the solution? The solution here is, okay, y e power integral p dx. So y e power integral p dx is equal to, I have given in this slide again, q e power integral p dx dx. So what is e power integral p dx? I have here x we have there. So yx is equal to, what is our q here? What is our q here? Q is x cube. So q is x cube. So x cube into x dx. So this gives us yx is equal to x power 5 by 5 plus k. That is the constant. So, but he has given an initial condition here. What is the initial condition here? The initial condition is y of 1 is 6 by 5. 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 So if y of 1 is 6 by 5 means 6 by 5 into 1, here 1 power 5 by 5 plus k. So 6 by 5 minus 5 by 5, so k is 1. So yx is equal to x cube x power 5 by 5. So y is x power 4 by 5. Y is x power 4 by 5. So that is the answer here. Y is equal to x power 4 by 5. X power 4 by 5. Why extra he is getting 1? We don't get 1 there. Okay, please check. I think the answer is C. He may be giving the answer as C. What is the question here? 14. A he is giving. Plus 1 by x. Why 1 by x here? If it is 1 by x, then if I put 1 there, 1 plus 1 by 5. 1 plus 1 by 5 is 6 by 5. 6 by 5 is 1 by 5. Oh, that is satisfied. So where did we do wrong? K is we are getting as 1. Y power integral pdx. Integral pdx is, oh, no issue. 1 by x is log x. E power log x is x, right? E power log x is x, right? So yeah, we have to get x4. So if I, no, something is wrong here. Just let me close. Dy by dx, what is the equation there? Dy by dx plus y by x is equal to x cube. Y by x is equal to x cube, right? So p is 1 by x, q is x cube. E power integral p dx is e power 1 by x dx, that is e power log x. Okay, you can write here one more step. This is e power log x. E power log x is x. That is fine. Now, if we have y power, so e power yx is x cube into that is anyway dx. So x power 4, that is x power 4 by x power 4 integral is x power 5 by 5 plus k. That's right. So 6 by 5 into 1, because y of 1 is 6 by 5, is equal to 1 by 5 plus k. So 6 by 5 minus 1 by 5. So it is 5 by 5, it is k is 1. That is right. So y is equal to x power, what did I say? Oh, right. This is small mistake. Right. So y is equal to, just a minute. Y is equal to uh, x power 4 by 5, yes, x power 4 by 5 plus k by x. This I forgot, right? K by x. So k is 1. Therefore, y is equal to x power 4 by 5 plus 1 by x. Now it is right. Now it is okay. The answer is correct, right? The answer is A. So 15th question. Again, this is a separable equation. This is a separable equation. This is a separable equation. 3y dy plus 2x. 3y dy plus 2x. 3y dy plus 2x. 3 y dy dx. Y dy dx plus 2x dy dx plus 2x is equal to 0. So what is happening here? This is a separable equation. Why? Because 3y dy dx is minus 2x. So this implies 3y dy is minus 2x dx. So upon integration, we reach 3y square by 2. 3y square by 2 is equal to minus x square plus k. Right. Minus x square plus k. Any initial condition they have given? Any initial condition? Initial condition, oh, it represents a family of something he is asking. So here, right, good. So we can say that implies 3y square plus 2x square is equal to 2k. So this represents a family of ellipses because how I can say like that? Because this can be viewed as x square by a square. A is 1 by root 2 whole square plus y square by 1 by root 3 whole square is equal to 2k will come. This 2k you can bring this to this side and you can, this is the correct answer is, it is a family of ellipses. Is the possibility there? Ellipses. So 15th question, the answer is A. 15th question, the answer is A. Right. Okay. 15th question, the answer is A. Now the 16th question. 16th question. 16th question. The solution of differential equation dy dx is equal to ky. This is a simple question. Please look into that. 17th. Again, this is a linear equation. 18th question. This is a Bernoulli's equation, or it's a separable equation again. Straightforward question. 18th. 19th. 19th is a linear equation where P is cot-x and Q is cosecant x. You can try that. 19th question. And 20th question. 20th question. One of the is linear non-homogeneous differential equation. Find it. So linear where x and y are independent and dependent respectively. So linear and non-homogeneous. So A is the correct answer. A is the correct answer. C is not the correct answer because it said Y is dependent variable. So A is the correct answer. 20th question, A is the correct answer. 20th question, A is, yeah, right. A is the correct answer. And 21st, this is again a linear equation. This is a separable equation. 21st, straightforward one. We have done good number of problems. The integrating factor for the differential equation, again, this is a p is minus 1 by 1 plus x. So you can find e power integral minus 1 by 1 plus x. So log 1 plus x, e power log 1 plus x, minus is there. 1 by 1 plus x is the answer here. 22nd A. 22nd A. Yeah, right. That is the answer. And for the 23rd, yeah, see here. This is a good question. We will stop with this one. 20, right. See here. Mm, dy dx is cos x plus y. dy dx is cos x plus y. So how do we do this one? This dy dx is cos x plus y. Is it right? Cos x plus y. Yeah, cos x plus y. So for this one, you take x plus y as say u. So this is du dx. Du dx is 1 plus dy dx. So our dy dx is du dx minus 1. Du dx minus 1. Du dx minus 1. So minus 1 is equal to cos u. So du dx is 1 plus cos u. 1 plus cos u. So you can now write this, you can solve this equation. Okay. 1 plus cos u. So u is x plus y. Good. What we are getting. So instead of going for this one, direct substitution we can go. Better. Yeah. So you can straightforward substitution you can go. Where c is a constant. So first dy dx you compute dy dx plus cos x plus y d. So first answer is not right. Second answer is also not possible. Third answer, I think we need to check. I think 23rd, please check. Only checking d. Tan x plus y by 2. Tan x plus y by 2 if you take. Why we are not able to get here? We have to get here also. That is good. Okay. So I write right, du by 1 plus cos u is dx. This we cannot do. How can we do this? Yeah, I think 1 plus cos u means 1 plus cos u means 1 plus cos u means du by, okay, cos 2 into u by 2. Cos 2 into u by 2. Cos 2, that is nothing but 2 sine square u by 2. Okay, 2 sine square u by 2. Is it right? No. Cos u. Cos 2. So we have. Oh, sorry. Not sine square, cos square. Right. Cos square u by 2 is equal to dx. Now you can write 1 by cos is cosecant, I think. So secant, sorry. So we have 1 by 2 dx and integrate this. Okay. So, okay, for now, today it is, we leave. Tomorrow we'll see that one, the remaining part. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay. See, the last question, you please try that. I was struck, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.